Welcome everybody to Read to You 365, where we read to you books about you. My name's Cristal, and I'd like to read to you today. The knowledge that we gather from today will be read from Brave Black First. 50 and more African American women who changed the world by Cheryl Willis Hudson. Faith Ringgold, born October 8th, 1930, Harlem, New York. My process is designed to give us, colored folk and women, a taste of the American dream, straight up. Faith Ringgold describes herself as a painter, a sculptor, an art activist, a feminist, and an educator. She broke ground during the 1960s and 70s in the world of contemporary fine art when her portraits and performance events took center stage in the New York Museum of Art world. Now renowned for her story quilts, Faith is also the author-illustrator of more than a dozen children's books, including the Caldecott Honor book, Tar Beach. Central to her work of 6 decades are social commentary, an interest in African rhythm, pattern, color, and repetition, and embracing what she calls an authentic Black aesthetic. Faith was the youngest of 3 children born and raised in Harlem during the Great Depression to Willie Posey Jones and Andrew Lewis Jones. Faith's mother was a fashion designer and encouraged her interest in art and taught her how to sew. Her father was an avid reader and storyteller, and their home was always filled with musicians, artists, writers, and creative performers from the vibrant Harlem arts scene. When Faith enrolled at the City College of New York in 1950, she studied art education instead of majoring in art due to the college's sexist curriculum policy. She began teaching art in the New York public school system, but became increasingly interested in pursuing a career in painting, inspired by her friends James Baldwin, Jacob Lawrence, and Amari Bakara. In her memoir, We Flew Over the Bridge, Faith recounts transformative moments in her search for recognition as a painter and how they grew out of everyday life experiences. The intersection of her involvement in the civil rights movement of the 1960s, her confrontation of the systematic and institutional racism in the 1970s and 80s, and her personal experience with blatant sexual biases in the arts throughout her career. Faith's story quilts compare a wide range of experiences through a unique combination of fantasy, realism, written narration, figurative expression, African American history, social commentary, and activism. Her work is collected by major museums worldwide, including the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the Guggenheim Museum, the Museum of Modern Art, and the National Museum of African American History and Culture. Want to learn more about Faith Ringgold? Visit the National Museum of African American History and Culture. I love you. Thanks for watching. This is a CJT production. And remember, you are making history just by being you.